Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Set. Hut. Set. 18. Ready. On the ready. Hut go. Here we go. Set. Hut. Ready. And read. Set go. Let's go. Set hut. Here we go. Here we hut go. On the set. Set up. Here we go. Ready, go. Ready. Hook. Okay. Ready. Return. 132. Right up. Down. Push. Right. Come on, set. Ready, ready. Set, hut. Set, hut. Let's go now. 15, ready. Ready, ready. Hut go. Set, ready. 30 base. Hut. Set. Set, go. Here we go. Set. Set, hut. Ready. 18. Hut go. Let's go. And read. Here we go. Here we go. Get the flag. Set up. Here we go. Now the wolf. Ready, go. Down. Set. Come on, set. Return. Set, hut. 60 outlaw. Hut, hut. Let's go now. Sit, ready, ready. Ready, ready. Set, hut. Set, ready, ready. Okay, right. Ready. Hut, go. Set. 10, Lobo. Hut. Ready, ready. Set, go. Here we go. Set. Set, hut. Ready. 10, Tuscan. Hut, go. Let's go. Set up. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go. Here we go. 18 Gator, 18. Got it. Return. 132. Right up. Down.
select the team you want to join.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man on his 8th NFL team, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the Miami Dolphins, as they take on the third-year man, Mitchell Trubisky, and the NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bears offense heading out, led by Mitchell Trubisky, a Pro Bowler last year in 2018. And, of course, the number 2 overall pick in the draft back in 2017. Side by Robinson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
We often overuse the term heart and soul when we talk about a player being just that for his team, but not in the case of Kyle Long in Chicago. He's shown his ability to be a Pro Bowl guard, a Pro Bowl tackle. But it's his passion for the game, his passion for his teammates that sets the tone for the entire team.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Steps away. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. He opted to go with his scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes, and now it's his time to do it with Miami. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
I remember when Laramie Tunsil was coming out of Mississippi and I was evaluating him for the draft in 2016. Ended up writing down a description that I tended to like, and I'm going to use it here now. He's got feet like a receiver. He's got a body like an offensive lineman and hands like a boxer. Put it all together, you got a heck of an offensive lineman.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And now it's Rosen looking. And incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. On the give, this is Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Rosen will throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On third down, Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get, to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. On first down, Drake. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running. ability.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On third down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go to the big finish.
Here's Rosen, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense as we zero in on Josh Rosen. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Rosen off the play action. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. The floor. 15, check.
From the gun on third down is Rosen. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They go play action. Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and 2, Trubisky. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded at the 2. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen, and he hits Drake. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On play action, Rosen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10. Rosen, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set your... up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Cohen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rosen. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to throw up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
We play to win. Let's go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Charles Harris in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike. Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
It's a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Bears have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down.
Personal foul.
Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. You got to get back.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the time. Timeouts here is strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
1st down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They try again with Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Bears on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Come on, fellas.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.